Thank you for joining me for Art Attack today. We're going to be painting cactuses today, and then when the paint is dry, we will be drawing cute little faces on them. So as you can see here, you'll get a cactus that looks like this. There were 3 different styles, so yours might not look exactly like this one, but they're all very, very cute. So we will be painting them, and you will have also received some acrylic paint. So you'll have 1 cactus, a few colors of acrylic paint, and then also I have included a sheet of little cute faces for you to draw on to your cactus. You can use this as inspiration, or you can draw whatever kind of face you would like to. So we'll start off by painting the cactus first. So while I was painting my sample cactus, I realized that it seems to be a little bit easier to start with this area, just because I was getting this paint kind of, on the cactus and down here too. So I'm going to paint this area between the cactus and the pot brown. And I have a really tiny little brush. So I didn't include brushes in the kits, but hopefully you have some brushes at home you can use. If not, for this portion of the project, you can definitely use something like a Q-tip. But more than likely, if you have some sort of, watercolor paint at home, a little watercolor paint kit, and the brush from that would probably be perfect for this actually. Okay, so as you can see, it gets a little bit messy around here. So you do want to make sure to have some paper towels with you too. So I had this little thin brush. So I'm going to let that dry for a moment, and then we can continue on with the cactus. Okay, this section looks pretty dry, so I think I'm going to go ahead and paint the top of this cactus. Now, not every cactus is going to have little bits on top like this, but this one does. So I'm going to paint it pink. And that shouldn't take too long. And the acrylic paint on these dries pretty quickly. So it's not a huge amount of wait time between steps. And again, you probably want to use a smaller brush for this part, because I'm going over just a little bit just to make sure that I don't get the green on this top little flower when I paint it. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. There you go. So I have the top flower painted. So I'm going to let that dry, and then I think I'm going to work on the green part. Okay, our pink little flower on top is pretty much dry, so I'm going to go ahead and work on the actual cactus. And I'm going to be super careful when I go up to the flower and just take my time. I think I got pretty good around the flower actually. Okay, now I have to try to do as good of a job down by the bottom here. And just take your time while you're painting. If you make a mistake, you can always go back and fix it. And I'm just gently pushing. I don't know if you can see, I'm just gently going down and pushing my paintbrush down a little bit instead of trying to just paint with a one long stroke. I'm sort of putting it down and pushing it forward because I'm hoping that that will prevent me from making any mistakes. Well, let's see. And just, you can just work on your cactus until you get it how you want. And just take your time. And if you make any mistakes or you don't like how something turns out, it's best to just wait until the paint dries, because it's a lot easier to paint over a color that is already dry rather than something that is still wet, because then you're just going to end up smearing. So I think that looks pretty good to me. I'm going to go ahead and let that dry, and then I'm going to excuse me, I'm going to go ahead and let this dry, and then I'll work on the pot for that. Okay, it looks like my cactus has dried enough that I can hold it so that I'm able to paint the pot part. So I'm going to use orange, and this is probably pretty much the easiest part. You do want to be careful when you're going around the top, but other than that, and you definitely want to make sure that you give your cactus plenty of time to dry so you can hold on to it while you paint this bottom portion. And the brush I'm using is kind of, it's not the best quality. It's kind of frayed and missing some little brush hairs and things like that. But I actually like the effect that it gives for the cactus pot. I'm going to double check the bottom because I was kind of rolling it. Okay, I've got my first coat. I'm going to probably, I guess I will work on this part. I was going to maybe wait, but I think I'm going to work on this top part again. And this is where you have to take your time, go slow, and again, if you make a mistake, you can always fix it. And I think I probably will do 2 coats of the orange, especially because, like I said, I like this paintbrush, how it has kind of a, it gives it kind of a textured look. I do like that. So I think I probably will wait for this coat to dry, and then I will probably do a second coat of paint on the bottom, and then we can, there we go, there's that. So I'll probably do a second coat of paint on the bottom pot part, and then we can look at some of the cutie faces and practice those a little bit before putting a little cute face on our cactus. So I will be back. Okay, I did a second coat on my cactus, and while I am waiting for it to dry, I thought we could look at some of the cute faces, and I could kind of practice them a little bit. So I think that I'm going to try to do, I don't know, it's so hard to choose. I'm just going to start drawing them and see which I end up drawing that I like the most. I mean, that one's kind of cute. This, I would probably just do the eyes, because you could use, if you have the pink paint, you could use maybe a Q-tip or something just to make little blushy cheeks. I don't like my version of that one as much, but it's kind of hard to replicate the sparkles in the eyes. Maybe try this one. Yeah, it's kind of hard to replicate the sparkles in the eyes like this, unless you have, I mean, maybe you could do it with a Q-tip, or not a Q-tip, I'm sorry, a toothpick. You could probably do it with a toothpick. This one looks like a cat. Without the cheeks, it looks like, it just looks like cat ears instead of eyes. Or we could do eyes like that. The mouth like this. I'll try that. Because I don't think, oops. Okay, so if I do like a W, let's see. And then do eyes like that. Okay, I think I like that one. That's my version of this. I think I like that. And then I think maybe I'll do a grumpy one too. Try a grumpy one. And then he just has his eyes go down like this. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. So I'll do the one with the long eyelashes and then the grumpy face. So let's see. I painted this one earlier just to make sure that I was giving good advice when I told you how to paint your cactus. So I think I'm going to do the grumpy face on this one. It looks pretty simple. I'm going to just dive in and go ahead and use a permanent marker. So that will be something that you'll want to have at home too. You can use black acrylic paint and maybe a Q-tip or a toothpick or something like that to do with this, or you can use a permanent marker. I have just a regular fine point, and then I also have these extra fine points, which I think I'm going to use that. So again, just take your time. And let's see, I started with, and you can always use a pencil first, but I'm just gonna go for it and see what happens. So I got one circle, two circle. Okay, I'm actually gonna use the bigger Sharpie for this part. Okay, I got his eyes done, or not done completely, but, and then I'm gonna have slanted eyebrows like that, and then he's gonna have a frowny face. Ooh, he looks so mad. He's so cute though. I don't know if the light is really showing how cute it is. He's a grumpy cactus. All right, so let's see. Now we're gonna do a sweet cutie face on this one. Again, if you want to start with your pencil, it's probably a better idea to do that, but I'm just being brave today. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this without using a pencil first. Okay. So I want 2 circles for the eyes. Okay, got the eyes. And then I'm gonna do a little smile. Cutie little smile. And then little eyelashes. She's so cute. I'm thinking I might add just like one last tiny little one. And then on her here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the back of my paintbrush, and I'm going to add just boop, boop, little cheeks, cute little cheeks. Okay, I hope you can see it well. I feel like it's hard to see with the shadows and everything, but there's the cute little face. So my cute little happy, and I would definitely recommend, I don't have any white acrylic paint, but I would definitely recommend if you have white acrylic paint at home to use a Q-tip and add the little highlights, because I think it would just, you know, the little highlights on the eyes, I think it would just make the cactuses even more adorable. I just think this one's super cute, but she'd be even more adorable with the little the little highlights in her eyes. And then I'll show this one again. So there they are, the cute little cactuses. So I hope that you had so much fun working on this project. Please feel free to share your pictures with us on Facebook, or you can tag us on Instagram if you post a picture of your project at NLPL Kids. I would love to see how yours turn out, because I feel like these are going to be very unique for each person who does them. So I hope you had fun, and I will see you soon. Okay, so I actually did find some white acrylic paint. So I'm going to really quickly just add a couple little, or hopefully really quickly, maybe not so quickly, add a couple little highlights to the eyes, because I really feel like this is going to make a big difference. Oh my gosh, it's adorable. It does make a big difference. It looks so cute. Okay, I'm going to do my other one. Okay. I'll highlight here. I need to get a little bit more white. Okay. Hopefully this will be good. Oops. This isn't working out great. Alright. So this, actually, you know what? I don't know why this worked so well for my first one. And then this one, I just cracked off. There we go. Okay, I just cracked my toothpick in half because it wasn't giving me a big enough dot. There we go. Okay, perfect. Okay, so yeah, you just have to be creative and improvise sometimes. All right, so here we go. So we have our cute little cactus. Look at how adorable. And then our grumpy cactus. Also adorable. All right, I hope you had so much fun with these. Bye.